Oh yeah, sorry about that. I had to get ready somewhat last minute. This is Rebel Heart Rose, and we're going to discuss The Office, all seasons, preferably. See, who's y'all's favorite character, and which was your favorite season, and who cried at the finals in season 9? Who cried? I love how it took my mind off of everything going on. And I still have a lot that's going on, and I'm pretty much not gonna try to talk about it right now. See if I can. Sorry, sorry about that. Had some phlegm working its way up. So apologize for that a little bit. I wonder. Trying to get some, at least one other person to join in. I mean, uh, that's my artwork page on Twitter to follow. Then my other Twitter and my main Instagram. Not my main Insta. I got two ones I use the most. Uh, see, let me get started first. I love how The Office makes you think and makes you laugh. It just, it is also these deep lessons too in every episode. You'll find something you get out of it that's deep and impactful, not just all these shenanigans, which I love. I love Jim and Dwight's rivalry. I just love how that was. Those pranks, those. And, and proving even the said perfect couple has issues. Not everything worked out that I wanted it to, which is good, which is good. You don't want to get everything you want. You get everything you need out of these episodic shows. And refresher, to me, Michael made The Office what it was. Sorry while I have a drink. Strong. Whew. And my favorite guy, of course. I love Stanley because he was just funny. He was just saying, "I'm not taking no bullshit." I'm like, and but overall, Michael Scott was my favorite by far. The others who tried, but this one woman towards the end of the finale, I forgot her name. She won me over because she was actually good to her, good to the people, and she should have kept it. I mean, you have someone who treated as I just didn't care about the office position much. Just ran off and left it. Not only that, but kind of mistreated the girl he won over. So I used to like Andy, but he turned into a douche. A big one. Mm. But it kept you on your knee. Kept you on your. Uh, it kept you going. Most of my friends are sick. And then I'm trying. Mm. Oh, I would like to. What else? I did not like a lot of the. I love how they brought up a situation where a guy could get abused in a relationship. That's true. Okay, where? Yeah, yeah. There. Sometimes I hate people. Uh, I'm glad that that issue was brought up severely because of the fact that in reality, guys can get abused just as much as women can. They just don't open up as much because of the toxic masculinity thing. They have to be the tough. They have to keep it quiet. They have to keep it down low. Like the Johnny Depp situation. He was abused too. I don't believe Amber Heard. Anyone who would anyone who would actually be thrilled or tell her father to run him over and actually enjoy that shit is psychotic. Mentally psychotic. Ain't the only one she's abused. She's abused in another relationship as well. And I think Pirates of the Caribbean made a really huge mistake in firing Johnny Depp. So did Harry Potter, by the way. Whoever's over them, they made a huge mistake. They should have stepped to all the facts before ruining a person's life. And this goes to any victim. Excuse me. Yeah, sure, take allegations seriously from anyone. However, I've known people to have been falsely accused as well. Doesn't matter by who, and it doesn't matter who gender. What gender did what. It doesn't matter. I think there should be a punishment for any false accusations as well. Because this shit is like the boy who cried wolf. If you're going to lie about it so many times, you shouldn't be believed by anyone if you falsely accuse somebody. Doesn't matter the gender. Evidence and have anyone back you up. But still, the he said, she said, and automatically believe in women. Sometimes the woman can lie just as much as the man can. It doesn't matter the gender. People, in fact, do lie. And a president can lie too, like we've seen and heard. Even I caught him in lies. See, no one's above the law, and they shouldn't be. But when accountability turns to believing believing before, here's the thing that we should have kept in play. Innocent until proven guilty. There's Now it's like you're guilty until you're proven innocent. That's messed up. I'd rather have I want to see where the evidence points out. Evidence proved Amber Heard lied. And from what I've seen, Johnny Depp was more abused. And he didn't even and he defended her. There was more signs of him being abused than she. And what he's done for kids, that shouldn't be overlooked. And what he's done too. Don't take Jack Sparrow away from him, Disney. Do not do that. That's a terrible mistake. He's the one who worked his butt off to get Pirates to where it was. He made Pirates of the Caribbean, or however you pronounce it. My sister loved Johnny Depp as well. She is a good judge of character. She would have defended him too. Because I don't think he hurt a soul. Not on purpose. And to everyone who likes Amber Heard for her looks, looks is only skin deep. If you want someone just purely on looks, well, you're gonna have to put up with the crazy shit and psychotic attitude and the abuse. What makes a person great isn't their looks. Sadly, it is their personality. Until we learn to see past their posterior and look into their interior, we'll accept abuse. But the thing is about her being so happy that her dad ran over Johnny Depp, that should tell you right there. That is one psycho woman. That's why I loved how The Office brought up the Michael and Jane and Jane relationship where she was more abusive. They were so toxic for each other. And Michael always got the blame. And I'm glad and happy that they gave his character a good ending. And I'm happy for Michael Scott. Because that's one character that had the heart. His heart was in the right place. He knew his people. He knew how to protect them. He knew what he was doing, even though it didn't seem like he did. And I love how when some things were getting so negative, he wanted to keep things light so he wouldn't have to like hurry or make everyone worry or scared. He didn't want to make everyone terrified, horrified, and whatnot. Excuse me. Allergies. I was thinking that my fingers up in there. I'm using the Kleenex. And I love how Dwight's character evolved throughout the whole thing. And may I say it, Dwight did Kevin dirty. Very dirty. But I'm going to say this about one character I did not like. I called her a tight bitch. In my mind, you can probably already say who it is. Let me just uh I can't I'm not good with names. Yeah, the blonde headed character. Um Supposed to be Christian woman. Um she evolved too. I got used to her too. She went through a lot of downs too to get to where she was, so yeah. Can't remember her name for anything. I loved Erin. Erin was sweet when she came in. Andy, I liked him at first. Andy would have made a good person, if a good manager, if he stayed there instead of doing characters. This is one downside to the office that I didn't like. There was potential there for Andy if he didn't run out on it. He had potential to have something more. He took that for granted. I mean, seriously. And I'll tell the show this: if you weren't going to put Andy and Erin together, Then why did you let her find his engagement ring? For crying out loud. And why did you make him do all that romantic shit and then him go completely 180? That just don't make sense unless it was called a midlife crisis. Then it'll make sense if it was the midlife crisis thing. Aaron did deserve better treatment. I hate, 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 hate. Toxic of Ryan. Hate, hate, hate. The character. Abandoning his child. At least the child has a good mother. Adopted mother. I think I was rooting for that female character. Her accent was brilliant. At first she did turn into she came in like a villain, but then you get to know her, get to realize what she's been through and stuff. Then you start to feel more connected to her character. Like I said, I'm bad with names. Mm. It was Angela, the one I hated at first, and then I grew to like her, sorta. Shit, odd name with the, but Andy, man, you would think he would have been a good one. Creed was a well liked old man that you couldn't help but like him, even though, yeah, I loved Holly. Holly was the perfect match for Michael. And there is perfect matches out there. It's scary, amazing, perfect. But yet not so perfect when both are iffy, you know? I felt empathy for Toby. I mean, if Toby lightened up a bit, yeah. Towards the end, he had friends. But I felt empathy for Toby. But he got the job done, though. No, it wasn't Dane, it was Shan. Um, like I said, I'm really bad with some names. There's some names I got right because I've known some. I did not like Roy. I did not like him when he was introduced. He already came off as a douchebag to me. Just saying. And Kelly, I do not. I love the actress. I love the actress, but my God, I wanted to hit Kelly a couple times, metaphorically speaking. Because she kept on going to Ryan, toxic. She can't. You can say both deserve each other because they're both the same in a way, but still, that poor doctor, though. Mm. Robert California. He was brilliant in his own way. You can say he did make some good choices. But then again, he almost ran the company down the ground. So yeah, um, I, I'm neutral with him. Let's see. Phyllis. Oh, Phyllis is the mother figure, of course. Meredith. I'm surprised she didn't get fired at all. The first person that would get fired from being unprofessional would have been Meredith. But I loved her character though. I can't help but love her. So outgoing. And she has a son stripping. Sorry for those who haven't watched it. These are for all seasons, so. And those who watched all the seasons, yeah, it's a lot to process. I loved Meredith Palmer. She is the life of the party. And Oscar, oh my gosh, he's great. Except when he wants to be a know-it-all. That's the only part where he needs to be a little. His ego needed to be down a little bit. But his personality wise, loved him. Loved him. Oh, Nellie, that's the one, Nellie. Um, at first she came in sort of like a villain, but you couldn't help but love her. She was good with pranks. She was really good, and she would have been a great manager if Andy wasn't so pig-headed with his moves. Even though Nellie shouldn't have done that, came in and took control out of nowhere. But I would say it would have been better under her management than Andy's. Because Andy was aloof. He took off without leaving anyone in control, anyone to sit in that office for him for a while. Yeah, and that was a part of going down and getting the girl you love to come back. That Andy should have stayed that Andy. But no, something, I don't know, he went 180 and I don't understand that with that one unless it's a midlife crisis. Like I said before. Oh, Daryl. Daryl, I liked him. It was management material. He should have been the CEO. But he got his own job. He got a better job overall, and he got his dreams come true. Though that's how brilliant Daryl is. Great. Oh, I hated Gabe all because he. Gabe would have been good if he didn't come off so whiny. I guess that's part of me that I didn't like. That was of Gabe. He was so attached. And he was more of a stick up your ass type of character. If he learned to chill a little bit, he would have been a good character. He would have been a good. He would have been cool. Now Pete. I knew Pete was the one to watch out for. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. He looked out for Aaron against his own friend. That one right there is rare to find. Good character. Good. Mm, best looking? Nah. Nah. Not in a million years best looking, but his intentions, his heart, brilliant. The way he protected Aaron and stuff. Especially against Clark. Yeah, Clark tried to take advantage. In a heartbeat. Um, Billy Merchant. Uh, I don't know much. Uh, oh, Charles Minor was really good. Really good. Of course, played by Mr. Elba. Of course. Bert, California. Hey, that kid scares me. That kid scares me. That is one kid you don't want to plan a Halloween party. Or if you do like get scared to where you're having a panic attack, then you'll be perfect to hire. No wonder Dwight got along well with them. Mm, now, I think everything was not the same after Michael Scott left, but it kind of grew in a way that at the end of the night, I absolutely hated Ryan. He costed a job. He got big headed, pig headed. Um, did everything. Kelly, I don't know, understand why Kelly's on the top of the 29 best characters because Kelly just. I love that. Again, I love the actress that plays her. I love the actress. I'm just talking about the character, the written character. She was so materialistic. She should have went in her own business for herself if she wanted to be in the fashion biz. She should have been in the bit like succeeded for her own. But calling it after a guy who was a douchebag, yeah. St- now Stanley, the no nonsense guy was hilarious, and I love these pranks that Jim played on Dwight. Yeah, we didn't get to know Pete Miller that long. Came in the final season, but all I do, and I repeat what he did, protecting Aaron against his friend, was brilliant. And I don't think anyone actually noticed that. Anyway, he wasn't supposed to tell Andy to get into the anchor position and do it alongside Aaron. He did it to protect Aaron from his friend who wanted to do nothing but sexualize her at that point. So I would say he is a gentleman. And I'm surprised he's last because I would have put Kelly last. She's a toxic. But he protected Aaron. And I loved Nellie after you got to know her. She was so great with the pranks, with getting along with people. And she wanted for them to be her friend. And you can't help but root for her. And all she wanted was to be a mother. And I'm glad that she got that chance, even though dumb Ryan and Kelly was stupid too, asking Daryl to give up to quit on his job for her. Daryl was smart, but he wasn't smart enough to say no to Kelly. He wasn't smart enough to get in a relationship with Kelly, period. Anyone who asks you to put your child second to them is not someone you need to be with. A child comes first, regardless of who you're with. Um, Ryan is nothing but a deadbeat. Yeesh. Kelly had a bright future. Threw it away for Ryan, okay? That's why I don't like her character. She had potential, man. She had potential. And I love Nellie. She she got you wishing we knew her more. Because she got along well with people and she didn't. Andy was a big dick to her, even though he probably got a small one. And I liked Andy. I thought he was a good guy, and then he turned into a butthole and left Aaron. Yeah. Yeah, Roy and the first impression of Roy in the first season got me thinking douchebag. And who would leave their girlfriend at a sporting arena? Come on. Seriously, you got a beautiful girlfriend and you leave her at a sporting arena. You forget about her. Yeah, Jim and Pam deserve each other. And I do like D'Angelo for a little bit. Or little as we knew of him. Mm. Yeah, Clark Green was a Dwight Jr. Except, uh, yeah, he took one for the team. I did not like Gabe. Gabe reminded me. I don't know. He just. I don't remember what I said. He reminded me of. I did not enjoy him being the butt of the joke, but he took himself way too seriously at times. Needed to loose up a bit. And I actually like David Wallace. He should have been more lenient with Michael, because Michael actually ran the office well. They should have trusted his judgment. Oh, I hated Todd Packer. If you had one character that you'd wish would end up in an accident, it'd be Todd Packer. Yes. Not because he's partly bald. Believe you me, I actually liked guys who were partly bald. Um, but his character, how he kind of insulted everyone around him, loved to insult people. He did not want to get along with them. He deserved getting fired because he's the one who put himself in the position to get fired in the first place. Jim saved Dwight's ass, where Jim didn't have to, because Dwight's attitude could have just, yeah. If I was Jim, I would have let Dwight would have let after the first couple warnings, I would have let Dwight go ahead and face the music himself. But Jim's a better guy. I'm glad him and Dwight decided to be more like brothers towards the end. They seem like the brother. Karen was okay. Karen was okay. I didn't hate her. But I love Pam better. Um, we didn't get to know her that one. Not really. Yeah. Didn't really care for her, and definitely I'll go into Jan. Her character went on a downhill slope. Yeah, dinner party was one of the highlights until it got yelling and screaming kind of thing. But having Michael do the bisectomy back and forth was unfair to Michael. It was toxic as well. She was toxic not only to herself but to Michael. And Michael was toxic to her. They were both toxic for each other. If I want to put it fair and honest and brutal. And Jen had a kid. And she knew Michael wanted children. What a bitch move was that? That was a bitch move. I love the actress. Don't like the character. Like I said, most of them I'm just talking about the characters, not the actors. I know how to separate the two. Well, I love the actors in The Office. I don't think there's any actors in The Office that I hate. I just don't like some of the characters. And unfortunately, Robert California is one, even though I love California, the state. Um, why did they decide on his name being California, though? No wonder I didn't like his character. He voiced Ultron. He does. He's creepy, but he was a genius. He thought of things from what would you call it? A third eye view. Yeah, third eye. And some of it worked out. Others did not. Couldn't make a basic decision. He just wanted everything to play out. Holly is one of my favorites. Oh, I loved her, but wanted to slap the devil out of her when she didn't tell him how she felt, and she lied to him about how she felt. They were so perfect, made for each other. That the proposal was perfect for them. I mean, really, it was so. This is why I loved. And she was so much fun. And too bad Toby couldn't get on Michael's like this. It was like if I can't stand people using twin flame interchangeable with soulmate. Soulmates are not rare. Soulmates could be anyone, even friends. But twin flames are rare. Rare is very, very, very rare. And Holly is Michael's twin flame because they reflect each other. They get one another. That's what a twin flame does. Not just have similar dreams or similar things. It's their character. It's their persona. It's their goes beyond just a regular soulmate. It's this connection that you can't shake. You keep running back to, and you can't let go of that person because you're in love with that person. I met my twin flame. He knows who he is. My SO. And I don't know where I'd be without him. Because I had a lot of people let me down. And I believe I can count on him. How rare, very rare that is. And Holly is the twin flame for Michael. They belong together. Get you someone who looks at Holly the way Michael does. Or I have someone, so I just like sayings like that because some of it's funny. Uh, 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 Meredith. We're coming back to her. Well, I forgot. Michael hit her with the car. Trapped in a trash bag with a bat or on fire. She's been through it all. And, and Dwight did most of the damage other than Michael. Michael's the one who ran her over. But Michael put his heart into helping her. And Michael, in a way, he was right. If he didn't ran over her, her life her life probably would have ended with rabies. I'm just saying, and he finished the walk for her or the run for her, and he didn't cheat like most of them cheated in the car. I mean, come on. He put his heart and soul into something. He got it done. Michael's definitely my favorite ever in the series, and because his heart was so big, very big. He'd protect his family. He'd make sure they didn't feel fear. He made sure they enjoyed it, even when Stanley wanted to be a party pooper, or a few of them, like Toby. But Dwight did most of the damage with the bat. She would have died because of Dwight. Yeah, yep, Dwight's Oscar Martinez. Oscar Mayer Wiener. Oh my gosh. Um, why did y'all have to name him Oscar? Because the first thing that popped in my mind is Oscar Mayer Wiener. Was that planned on purpose? Um, and he just happens to be gay. He's probably one of my more well liked characters. If he didn't try to make you feel like you're unintelligent on purpose. The smug thing, yeah, he loved to be proven right. But I loved it when he was wrong because that made his ego down a little bit. Intelligent guy. Yeah, the only bad thing he's ever actually done was have an affair with Angela's husband. Yeah. But I was hoping he would end up with somebody special, though. I mean, that senator played him for a sucker. That senator was nothing but a devil. But I'm glad to see him and Angela actually became besties towards the end because they shared that hate together. Oscar didn't deserve to be manipulated, though. He did not. Um, he deserved it. He deserved love. I wonder. Oh, hi, Happy Blobfish Productions. Thank you. I had to do a shout out. I'm sorry if I missed that for a little while, but I'm so glad you stopped by. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's keep going. Again, Phyllis, a mother figure. I was really praying for Aaron's mother to be Phyllis because that would have been a miracle. That's probably why it didn't end up being that. But she had a mother figure there, so no matter what, it was a mother figure. Like a grandmother by Michael. I would say she was more of a mother instinct. Stayed with her husband, was scared he was having an affair with the secretary. We never got a proof of anything of that, if he actually did have an affair or not. I know they stayed together during the whole 9 years, so they must have had a good marriage. I mean, nothing usually lasts that long anymore. Sadly, they worked on it. They kept it frisky. Excuse me. I would like, I would like what she's having. Uh, I'm feeling better just talking about The Office and remembering all the good times. The last two episodes made me cry so vigorously. Mm, memories, and then Erin. I think she's one of my favorites beside Pam. She had a good head on her shoulders. She was funny. She was down to earth. She deserved better treatment than Andy. I was rooting for her and Andy until Andy became a 180 asshole. Um, uh, because I love that he was his voice. The actor is amazing. His vocals are beautiful. He's a great singer. Surprisingly, I did not know he could sing. Um, wow. The guy became too obsessive over his own self that he left out the people that actually loved him and the most. So that's the reason why he lost Aaron. It's because he left her on her own and expect her to remain his girlfriend and not to move forward. Toxic. Toxic at best. At best. But Aaron found a good one in Pete. We didn't get to know Pete that long. But Aaron no more. But I did like the fact Pete watched out for her against Clark. I noticed that on the get go because he included Andy to make sure that Clark didn't do anything tricky. But Andy got caught up in his own fame, his own this, and his own that. That he pushed out the person that loved him. And you got to keep that flame lit or it will die. You have to take care of the love. You can't just expect them to be there forever. You have to watch out for them too. You have to do these things, these small things, or the other person will move forward. And it'll be on you. You know? Ryan, the douchebag. The one who set the place on fire the first time. The other time it was Dwight. He is a villain. wouldn't call Dwight a villain 100%. He was like a Sith at first, but he evolved. Not by much, but he became lovable. But Ryan is not a lovable character. Any sane woman would tell Ryan, no. Because he's the type that'll come back, use you, and then wants to leave you and dub you for something else. He did Kelly wrong on multiple times. He's cheated on Kelly. This is why I didn't like Kelly. She wasn't smart. Angela, I love the fact she's a cat woman, of course. Um, but as for at first she was so uptight, but her and Dwight were made for each other, to be honest. And I don't know why he got a call saying that the baby wasn't his. Or did she tell that to him? Did the doctor call him? Call him Dwight and said the baby wasn't his? Or did she call him and told him the opposite thing after knowing that the baby was his? Um, that is still unclear, and if that was when the doctor said, yeah, the doctor wouldn't have called Dwight first. He would have called the woman for Angela, and Angela probably would have called and told him Dwight. But Dwight knew that was his kid. The kid was smart. It took her getting married to a wrong man in order to see the right one. But she grew on me. Poor Toby. Wow. Yeah, Toby was not. I don't know why Michael and Andy, eventually Andy didn't like Toby, other than corporate. But Toby's a nice guy. Deserved to get more love. So did Kevin. Kevin had some awesome jokes. But still, Kevin was lovable. Even sometimes he wasn't so lovable, but overall lovable teddy bear kind of vibe. He should have ended up with somebody. He didn't deserve to work in a bar. He didn't deserve that, to be honest. Even though probably bartending was, you could get better tips sometimes. Yeah, Kevin had some screw ups. They could have worked with him, though. Dwight didn't have to fire him. Yep. He should have thought about living in the moment instead of thinking of becoming famous. I'm talking about Andy. Andy's famous for focusing on things that oh, made sure he drove the people he cared about away. He was so self-centered at times that he couldn't look past his own self to see others' needs too, which is why Aaron basically went with Pete. And why did you do with Aaron finding that ring in the pool and give it to Andy then? That's something that you met. That was a missed opportunity. A very huge missed opportunity. That seemed like a red herring, pretty much. Then I hate how his character went downhill. Like they throw away his character. He had the potential to be great, man. He really did. I actually liked him. Stanley was his no. Stanley is just like my best friend. She has that no nonsense attitude. She has the same humor. I'm not joking. My best friends like Stanley. She likes some Gator. I guess he likes Gator too. So where's the friend of Dress sarcasm? Yeah, my friend sarcasm. I love her sarcasm. Daryl got exactly what he earned. Like going on up. He was moving on up to the east. I'm moving on up. But you gotta have a piece of mind. I love Daryl. He was so fun. I don't know why she's in the top six. She is the most memorable and ridiculous, yes. She had ridiculous moments, yes. Yeah. I love the actress who played Kelly Kapoor, though. And I like that name, Kapoor. But she had the potential to be a boss ass bitch. Um, yeah, exactly, the business bitch, which is my favorite too. She should have kept that attitude. She should have kept it up, but no, the toxic relationship she had with Ryan messed her life up, which is why I didn't like her. She had more talent than I have, and she squandered it over what? A narcissistic asshole who wouldn't leave her alone. Basically, Ryan. In a nutshell. If only she had more confidence. But she would have been a boss ass bitch. And Pam. Oh, Pam. The sweet one, the sweetheart of the group, like the one that's more likely to be voted um in high school as the prom queen. The sweet, the prankster that got Jim. Yeah, she had some confidence issues, but she was she was the one of the best ones, I would say. Her and Erin's my top two of the women by far. And and Nelly. Three. Creed. He was just chilling. Yeah, Creed was something else. It was most memorable, yes. Jim. Uh, yeah, his pranks with Dwight are legendary. Legendary. Uh, there's memories. Which episode? I can't name any of my favorite episodes. Um, dang it. Yeah, and Dwight, something else. Definitely Michael Scott's number one on the guys list. He had a heart of gold. He was genuine. He was sincere. And he loved his crew. And he would defend his family. I wonder, who was y'all's favorite? Who's y'all's favorite characters? There's a lot of memories in all 9 seasons of The Office. Um, uh, I loved how Andy went all the way down to Florida to bring Aaron home. That went wasted. That was a waste. Oh my god, that was such a waste. It was the most romantic thing anyone's done. And then bam, and he does some stupid shit and lost her. That's why I did not like Andy. I stopped liking Andy then. If you want the girl, if you wanted to keep the girl, you do the work. If us women have to do the work for you, you do the work too. This is strong. I think I like it because it's strong. Mm, mm, mm. I don't know if is Park and Recreations any better, or is it the same? I might try watching it. Any suggestions? You can leave the suggestions in the comments. You won't, but I'm so happy that one stopped by. And I'm glad I'm feeling a lot better to do this. I mean, a lot's happening, and a lot of us needed to forget a lot going on this today and going on forward. Mhm. Favorite prank? What's your favorite prank from The Office? Mm, uh, gonna make the list. Okay. Oh, one of my favorites is moving Dwight's entire desk to the men's room. That was like one of my favorites. I said, wow. uh, I can't. And do you remember the stapler and jelly prank? Mm. Oh yeah, I tend to forget there was meatballs too in some of the pranks. Um. Oh yeah, technically that was Jim's prank, but he was actually feeding Dwight and Stanley ran on it. So, oh, Pavlov's Dwight. Yeah, let's see that one. Oh, Dwight the Vampire Slayer. Yeah, that was a good prank. That Jim fooled him to believing that he was yeah, he was becoming a vampire. That's another. I would say, other than the deaths to the thing, the vampire thing, my number one. I would say that was my favorite. I didn't think I got to see the Dwight, Jim impersonating Dwight, and Pam looking at it. Yeah. Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Yeah, Dwight really was much of a stick in the mud at first, and then bam. I love these pranks. They really played on um Dwight's fear of robots taking over in the self-aware computer. Yeah, the art of the swap. Magic beans. he made Dwight trade some of the things from beans. And then him switching them out. Jim was brutal. The Asian Jim, I forgot about that one. Yes. That was pretty brilliant how far they went. That was cool. I loved Asian Jim. Now, I have to say this last one ain't much of a prank, but it's more of a surprise prank, which is a good one. I wouldn't say it was a prank because you didn't laugh at others' expense. This one is more of a gift, a surprise gift. Um, this is the best. I will renounce the vampire Jim in the second place because this one is my favorite. And the very last prank of the seasons. Um, instead of Jim being the best mensch, I don't know how to pronounce that, Mrs. Mensch. Dwight Sweating saying that there's an age difference and he has to be the bestest Mensch has to be older. And he called Michael Scott, and that was also much heart and soul behind that it was brilliant. It was heartfelt, it was magical. I would say Jim really did Dwight a big justice on the last prank. It was more of a gift. I consider it more of a gift than a prank. Prank, you make the other person look embarrassed. This was not a prank. This was a gift. A huge one. And probably the one I almost cried the most over when he appeared. It was out of this world, mind blowing. What's your favorite quote from Michael Scott? I know he's used that's what she said so many fucking times. Don't know thing in good ways. Um, hmm, I like this one. I like this one. Would I rather be feared or loved? Easy both. I want people to be afraid of how much they love me. If you think about it, that's deep. That is actually really, really deep after you think about it. Because I actually know how that feels, loving someone so much that it scares the living daylights out of me. And I get this quote so much now. Going through this, you love him so much. That is probably what I'm going through right now. It scares you because you don't know if they're going to leave you. And if they do, then what? Your world will crumble, you know? But I've had enough of those what if scenarios. I'm enjoying my significant other's glow, his sunshine. He's my sunshine. Nobody else's sunshine. Well, he could be his friend's sunshine too. I can't be selfish with that. And I can share him as long as he don't forget me. But I won't cheat. I think the biggest scar you can ever do to somebody is pretend to love them and then dump them. I think that's the worst thing anyone could do to somebody. And I wouldn't do it to anybody. And then having your other friends try to talk you out of it or try to get you out of it. That's horrible. Here's another one. I'm an early bird and I'm a night owl, so I'm wise and I have words. That's kind of funny and kind of understandable. See, I'm similar to Michael Scott. I usually miss things. A lot of people get automatically, I miss. But that makes me who I am. If you hate me because I'm kind of clueless, then screw you. You know, not everyone's born to be the same, with the same brain, with the same anything. So who are you to judge? Who are you to criticize? You know? You don't want me to criticize y'all. And when you actually face truth with truth, and then you want to run away instead of face it, no, that's not called being positive. That's also another form of toxicity. What's positive is you facing up to your shit, facing yourself, facing the mirror, and look at you. Am I the person who's causing this for everyone else, causing the person to cry? Person's person's hurt. Being able to be self-aware is more positive than avoiding confrontation. To those who refuse to confront the truth because they think it's attacking, then you're not really positive minded. You're more like, oh, I'm going to escape the truth so I don't have to live with myself. No, the truth, you gotta embrace it. That's how you know you can be who you are. But making people miserable in the process is not my idea of being beautiful. It's more like on the verge of being ugly, to be honest. And I refuse to attack anyone anymore because I realize attacking people and, excuse me, especially out of hurt, makes one truly and indistinguishably ugly as hell. The worst thing about prison was the Dementors. They were flying all over the place and they were scary and they'd come down and they'd suck the soul out of your body and it hurt. That was something about about Harry Potter though. Prison Mike. Oh yeah, that was funny. You know what they say? I like this one. You know what they say? Fool me once, strike one. But fool me twice, strike three. I love how you use baseball in this. Actually, bowling a strike means good. 10 all 10 pins. I've known a couple guys who bowled 300. One has happens to be Ken that's not doing too well. Oh yeah, this is the last one. Last remind a lot of them. This one's at Dwight and Angela's wedding. I feel like all my kids grew up and then they married each other. It's every parent's dream. Actually, by the way, um, well, a teacher could say that about the students. Yeah, I mean, the quote does have incestuous undertones, but you get the point, though. It's like teachers saying that about their students. They call them their kids, even though they're not blood relatives. And they married each other, especially the high school sweethearts. Stuff that could be used for this quote. I mean, it doesn't have to have incestuous undertones if you think broadly. I'm just saying, even though I kind of understand where that came from. Mm. Yeah, one thing about Wikipedia, don't use it for anything, for any information. It's not a reliable source for verifiable information. Wikipedia is the best thing ever. Anyone in the world can write anything they want about any subject, so you know you're getting the best possible information. Michael Scott quote, but this proves you can't really trust Wikipedia. This quote actually hints more at you can't trust the information because anyone could write whatever they want on it and pass it off as information. That's why they tell you do not use it. You can't use it in college for any paper because of the fact that anyone could write gibberish on that website and people would take it as the truth and it'd be lies and misinformation. Yeah. But do I need to be liked? Absolutely not. I like to be liked. I enjoy being liked. I have to be liked. But it's not like this compulsive need, like my need to be praised. Michael Scott was a lot of things. Yeah, ignorance. Yeah, but it was his charm. He was innocent minded kind of way. Like a little kid just learning about some things. That's mean. Um, he had a serious hatred for Toby, and I don't know why or understand it. If it wasn't for Toby, him and Holly wouldn't have met. So he should be mm, he should somewhat be friends with Toby by now. Because if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have met Holly. Sorry, Toby. Mm. Yeah, you miss 100% of the shot you don't take, Wayne Gretzky. Uh, oh, and that's a true quote. Mm. I didn't know about Wayne Gretzky until Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think the first one with the ooh, not the ooze, but when Casey came on to play, and he mentioned Wayne Gretzky, and then the name got dropped ever since. I know he's a famous, one of the best hockey players of all time. That I do know. And I love the D3 Mighty Ducks as well. I know I got sidetracked. I'm gonna call it probably call it a night soon. But I loved everything about The Office. The ups, the downs, Angela getting her lessons in, and Ryan and Kelly going to get their just desserts. Probably not going to end up great after everything. Ryan will probably leave her ass again. Um, I would think Kelly might end up with a baby and not know how to take care of it. Getting left again because Ryan is not dependable. Um, and I feel bad because Kelly could have been a boss ass bitch. She could have been a um go getter instead of a Ryan chaser. I love the actress. Mm, I loved everyone. Everyone had a good chemistry. That seems to be on The Office. Mm, I wouldn't have minded working for someone like Michael Scott because I know how to take him pretty much. Um, they wouldn't have survived long, but I'm glad that his side lasted longer than the rest. Um, and Stanley got to retire and live in Florida with the Gators. He probably ate gators. One of my best friends love gators. I don't. Not to eat. I have a healthy fear of gators. If I don't mess with them and they don't eat me, I don't eat something that eats humans. Yeah. I have a healthy fear of snakes too. A healthy fear. Meaning I want to keep my life intact. I don't want to get poisoned. And yet I want to be sucked by a vampire and bitten by the one I love? Oh, just saying. I guess I could take a vampire's fangs over a snake bite. But then again, there'll be lovemaking though with the vampire versus snakes only want to kill you. Snakes only do it in self defense. I know. I have a healthy fear of them. It's not paranoia. Yeah, it's just I have common sense to want to live. Come with me if you want to live. No, my nose, my nose, my nose. Today was crappy, but it got better. And things will get better. Remain positive and intact. I'm glad have found some Scottish music on Animal Crossing. I know, off topic. Um, and I love it. I love bagpipes. And I hate the DuckTales saying that they're bad sounding. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. And as anyone tried Celtic music, it's beautiful too. So, mm, I would love to travel. I would love flying with the one I love. Come fly with me. Let's fly away. The song that I'm thinking about now is like The Calling. This world divided by fear. I'll just look up the lyrics. It can be broken, hands can be bound. Oh, but open our hearts. I love the Collins One song. Yeah, I think it's called Our Lives. Yes, it's called Our Lives. Is there love tonight when everyone's dreaming of a better life? In this world divided by fear, we've got to believe that there's a reason we're here. Yeah, there's a reason we're here. Oh, yeah. 'Cause these are the days worth living, and these are the years we're given, and these are the moments, these are the times. Let's make the best out of our lives. See the truth all around. Our faith can be broken. Yeah, our hands can be bound. Oh, but open our hearts and fill up the emptiness. But nothing to stop us. But nothing just isn't not worth the risk. Yeah, is it not worth the risk? No, yeah. 'Cause these are the days worth living. These are the years we're given. And these are the moments. These are the times. Let's make the best out of our lives. And even if hope was shattered, I know it wouldn't matter. 'Cause these are the moments. These are the times. Let's make the best out of our lives. We can't go on. Think it's wrong to speak our minds. I've got to let out what's inside. Is there love tonight when everyone's dreaming? Can we get it right? Yeah, can we get it right? 'Cause these are the days worth living. These are the years we're given. And these are the moments. These are the times. Let's make the best out of our lives. And even if hope was shattered, I know it wouldn't matter. 'Cause these are the moments. These are the times. Let's make the best out of our lives. Oh, yeah. Let's make the best out of our lives. Oh, yeah. And let's make the best out of our lives. That song I thought of a lot. And that and Wherever You Will Go is my two favorites from them. And there's another one from uh what's this? Daredevil. Um there was another one by Daredevil. Um For You, it's called For You. No, it's another one of my favorites from them. I'm there for you. I am a vision. I am justice. Never thought that I could love. Living in shadows, fading existence. It was never good enough. Within the darkness, you are the light that shines the way. But you're trapped in violence. I can be the man who saves the day. I'm there for you, no matter what. I'm there for you, never giving up. I'm there for you, for you. Someone's changed me, something saved me, and this is who I am. Although I was blinded, my heart let me find out. The truth makes a better man. I didn't notice that you were right in front of me. Our mask of silence will put away so we can see. I'm there for you, no matter what. I'm there for you, never giving up. I'm there for you, within the darkness. You are the light that shines away in this blind justice. I can be that man who saves the day. Hey, I'm there for you. No matter what, I'm there for you. Never giving up, 'cause you know it's true. You were there for me, and I'm there for you. For you. For you. For you. I love this song. Whew. I don't know. I love rock songs. Mix them with everything else. Opera, anything. Even hip hop, even some rap, and classical too. Throw it in. Everything all built into one. I love to try new things. Mm. And yeah, I thought you ought to know who I was thinking about. SO during that song and the other one. Mm. Oh, I gotta wrap it up. It feels so good. The, clean out the old energy and with the new. Positive, may positive vibes come your way. I'll be reaching inside joke. Uh, Truth makes a better man. Well, this is Rebel Heart Rose, and let's get ready to take on the world. This is my the Office reviews, the characters I liked, and I talked about all of them. Hopefully, that I know I like for sure, and some I didn't. Um, okay, end it off there. Give y'all a break, you know. And yeah, I actually finally got my calendar changed. There's actually a Marine guy on it. I didn't choose this calendar, by the way. Which I love the Marines. Don't get me wrong. I prefer animals. So, ciao for now, peeps. And may you have love and kindness in your hearts. Forgive some things, and above all else, hold people accountable for their actions. That needs to be done. It's like, if you don't, they'll think they can get by with it. That's like standing up to a bully. We need to do that shit more often. So, I'll let you go for now. Ciao for now, peeps.